After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At their own 29-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Check. No. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Alert. Tighten up.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
65. 1, Omaha. Smooth. Check 3. Whip. Dick. I got you. Hey, check 20.
On 2nd and very short. Garoppolo firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Wait. 21. Here we go. 52. Wide. Get wide. Check 12. Check 13. Hey, gun. Kill.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
11. I got you. You gotta get moving, man. Move it. You gotta get that.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
Here we go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Steelers nothing.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Time to go, night. Tight guard, 21.
Mostert. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down, coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that, because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they described that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 58 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check 99. Check 99. 11. 21.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. 180.
Here's Mostert. And And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Chopper. Black is good.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now, Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
7-7.
Play action, now Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here.
Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On second down now, it's Connor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. Going to throw right side here, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 21. Here we go. 21. Check 25. I got you. Ringo.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Garoppolo now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Watch twist.
Go ahead.
Check. Hey, switch gears.
21. Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
65. Hey, gun. We got double up, double up. Stay hot.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Watch it. 12.
Safety's creeping.
21. Hey, seam 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
I got you.
Garoppolo on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Here we go.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Connor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A good pick up there, 26 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Alert!
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now Roethlisberger. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now a handoff looking right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Hey, gun.
Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
White.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo connects with Kittle underneath. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw is Garoppolo. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, turn it up. Hey, gun.
98's the mic.
Come on, boy. Come on.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
13.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Hey, Charlie. I got you.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Garoppolo now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win, because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Garoppolo with the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, go. Stay hot.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Makes the score Niners 35, Steelers 3.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
13. Hey, gun.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Let's go.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
I got you.
Undercrush.
Now Garoppolo. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21. 11.
198. Watch
Go.
in the face.
Hey, gun.
98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that up?
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. D4 able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First down, Steelers.
Roethlisberger now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Ben to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Finds his running back, James Conner. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked out by Akello Witherspoon. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
5-7. I got this. Motion.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's third and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. They were looking for Johnson that time. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.